Tonight, a new rumor is circulating that the DVC resort Reflections at Disney Lakeside Lodge may actually have been quietly canceled. Might be a good time to cancel a hotel with an offensive Native American cartoon character in the lobby. Might be a good time for that. Helicopters could be seen crisscrossing property for long periods of time this week. Sources indicate they are, quote, gathering reference footage for the parks. Footage will be used to show Bob Chapek what the parks look like. The fireworks from the opening app splash screen on My Disney Experience were removed since there won't be fireworks when Walt Disney World reopens. Also removed pictures of anyone smiling. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live and mostly from the WDW studio in Orlando, Florida, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nick Cicero. Tonight, WDW The Pyramid, rejected chicken guy saucers, and the most crowded places at the Disney parks. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
Most applause I've heard in months. Very nice. Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and we ask that you take no pictures or video of tonight's technical rehearsal. Yeah, I totally can't see that we're filming this, so, can't stop it.
Don't worry, we're probably not on YouTube now anyway.
And if we are, the audio doesn't work, so. The audio's bad. Yeah, read the 45 comments before, sir. We heard. We know. I want to start at the top of the show talking about an incident from the last week. It's been a fun couple of weeks. I wanted to talk about this Bourne stuntacular filming incident. So first of all, this involves another website that you probably never heard of, called Orlando Informer. You've probably only heard of them if you're in the market for underpriced rent-outs of Universal Studios. That's what they do. We announced we were coming into the Universal spectrum. We were going to start doing Universal stuff, and I clearly unsettled some people, because if the largest Disney fan site in the world is now going to start working in your neck of the woods, you're probably going to be uncomfortable. That's some serious competition, right? And so facetiously, the Orlando Informer people gave us, sorry, there's a sprinkle on my desk. Facetiously, the Orlando Informer people gave us like first visit buttons and, tried to hang out with us in the park to try and learn our business and all sorts of cute stuff. And I was very cordial, and some other people on staff were like, I don't trust them, I don't know. And I was like, oh, I know. I'm not, don't worry, we're fine. So we get to this Bourne thing, and number one, our reporter Annie, who's wonderful, we knew Bourne was going to open on Sunday, and so we sent Annie at Park Open. Annie sat outside. You got to turn stuff off, Jason.
Yep,
We're on the air. Gotcha. So Annie sat outside the attraction from 9 a.m. Annie was absolutely the first person there. And so, over time, more and more of the Universal fans come out, fan sites and fans and vloggers and all those people show up. And clearly everyone's fine with the fact that Annie has been there all day until I show up, and it is now known that this person works for me. Now there's a problem. So now everyone's getting grumpy about it. And clearly, and the manager saw that Annie was there first. So when they put the line together, the manager goes to Annie, who's like, oh yeah, you've been here since 9 a.m. Come here, we'll put you at the front of the line. Rightfully so. She was there since 9 a.m. And so that, I think, already put everybody in a bad mood. And so we go in, they put us in the pre-show, and the first thing you do before the pre-show even starts, there's an announcement, no filming or photographs or any of that stuff. Now, mind you, all these websites who were supposedly mad that we filmed the show, I have seen tons of pictures of that pre-show. That was after the first announcement.
Successfully connected as a host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your...
Nathan told me he muted it.
So anyway.
Technical rehearsal.
It's a
it's
technical
fine.
rehearsal. This is why we ask that you not film. Yeah. So anyway, they already told people don't film, don't take photos. At the same time, team members are walking up and down the rows. I have the camera up, and the general rule is if they come and ask you to stop, that's when you stop. Because otherwise, they may just have to say it because they have to say it. And so I've been to plenty of places where they didn't ask you to stop, I put the camera away. But everyone, and I mean everyone, had cameras and phones pointed at this pre-show. Everyone has it filmed, whether or not they published it or not, it was filmed for damn sure. And so we go into the main theater, the lady asks again, but everyone already has the cameras up. That's why they have her filmed, saying those things. But again, that's after the first announcement in the pre-show room that you're not supposed to film or take photos. So these people had already bypassed the first announcement that you're not supposed to take photos or video. So, mind you. That being said, I look to my right. And after she says this, the show is starting. There are cameras up. They're up on monopods. There are phones being held up. There's phone screens flashing in people's faces. And so I go, okay, so no one actually is doing this. We're all just going to actually film it. Okay, great. And so I did, because everyone was filming it or taking photographs. And so needless to say, it ended. I uploaded it because the team members there watched me film the whole show. I did not film it on a phone. I got this thing with a big lens sticking at this whole show. I'm turning the whole show. We're spaced out because of social distancing. So I don't know how you don't see all these people with cameras going like this the whole show. And so we uploaded the show. And then, of course, the usual public uproar began. I don't even know if I'm on the air right now because I see people freaking out about the soundboard. Who knows what's going on? Are we on?
Yes.
Mic is low.
Yeah, things seem fine.
Things seem fine. All right. I'll raise it a little. So needless to say, we upload the video. People are upset at this point. You know, Orlando Informer makes some stupid remark. But my favorite part is that he paid to promote his stupid remark. The tweet was, what is it? Not sponsored, it's promoted, right? Yeah, what in this house we follow the rules. Let me tell you about the people who follow the rules. While we were all standing outside of the attraction, a team member comes out of concern that everyone is too close to each other, because you know, there's a deadly virus going around, in case you're unaware. And so the Orlando Informer and a number of their followers and other vloggers and stuff have decided this doesn't apply to them. They are in a group of, I would say, 20 to 30 people. And they're all together. It's their own decision. Is it a good decision? I'm not going to tell you. You decide for yourself. But team member comes out, is like, we need people to distance if you're not in the same group. And, you know, she has that, and she asks, and everyone's like, doesn't move. She's like, you're all in the same family. And they go, yeah. And I just look and go, no. And they go, yeah, we're the same family. She's like, you all came from the same house. And they're like, yeah. And I go, no, that's not a good answer. And so this group of 30 was like determined to just stick together. You know, those don't seem like the rules to me, folks. And last I checked, the virus might be deadlier than me filming the show from just the point of view. So regardless of anything, that's the story so far. You know, but do we have, I think we have some footage of the Orlando Informer, you know, when he had to ask his parents to pay for the promoted tweet against us. Do we have that clip?
Yeah, I think so.
I want it now!
There it is. Okay. Yeah, that was that. We also have, I think we have one of him asking his parents to buy out the park for one of their events. We have that one?
No, I want one of those!
Yeah, okay. That's that one. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, Veruca. That's his new name.
Well, there is one. I mean, there is still one more. He was very adamant. Did you see the one on Instagram that he
Oh,
put?
his dad didn't pay right away. So there's another.
Something like that.
I want it now!
She was a bad egg.
He's a bad egg, all right. So, yeah. I understand it. I am honestly flattered. I'm flattered that in a week and a half of existence, everyone knows this site exists. I love the fact that due to the promoted tweet, we got a couple hundred new followers on the Twitter account. That's great. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for Orlando Informer.
Yeah, he's an idiot. You'd think after 13 years people would stop falling for my ploys, but they don't. So that's the situation. If you think it makes me a bad person because I filmed a show after not really being stopped, because it was clear that they weren't stopping anyone, you know, think what you want. Universal did take down the video, which I think makes them about as stupid as Disney, honestly, in the way they've dealt with us. You know, they honestly could have asked me. I'd be happy to take it down. You know, or maybe they should have stopped me when, you know, they saw everyone filming. But I don't know if they thought everyone was just going to watch it for themselves at home, like their own personal copy, you know, like it's the 1980s. Like, I don't know. But that's the situation, and that's my story. And that's it. That's what I've got. So, yeah. You don't have to clap. I literally just told you what happened. I didn't do it. What I did was absolutely against the rules, but that happens all the time in this realm. All of these accounts that are tweeting that I'm a bad person for filming this have video of Hagrid's magical creature motorbike adventure. You know what you're not allowed to do on that? Film it. So everyone wants to get on a high horse over one stunt show. They should probably look at what they've done in the past as well, and should understand that I'm not going anywhere, and especially not until we surpass you, Orlando Informer. So don't worry, kid. I'll be around anyway. Let's start the show, shall we? Now the news.
News.
Brought to you by the WDWNT Interglobe Society. Hey, remember when I joked that the Food and Wine Festival started July 15th? Well, it does. This just happened a couple minutes ago. Disney has announced their longest festival ever. This isn't a joke. A taste of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. That's right, a festival that's longer than the original. That's a taste of that festival. At this point, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival is spreading faster than coronavirus. Yeah. This new take on the festival debuts July 15th and continues through the fall or until Bob Chapek is happy, whatever comes first. Guess he'll be able to see the newest topiary Remy in the France Pavilion and also find all that Flower and Garden Festival merchandise. Just still going to be there. Yeah, we're just going to leave it. No, it's not. Not a joke. That's actually what's happening. And Food and Wine Festival merchandise will join the fun later on. You know, arriving when the event was supposed to start. I can only assume. Meanwhile, Disney has also now just canceled Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for 2020. It's not going to happen. Where will you get candy? I'm unaware of where else you get candy. I've never actually gotten candy from anywhere else in my life. Yeah. I don't have the money for a chocolate goose. Oh, I don't go to Goofy's Candy Company. Oh. No, what I need like, or the Orlando former guy is a chocolate goose. Old eggs, just spits them out. What'd you say?
I want one of those.
Oh. Yeah. But don't worry, everyone. The event, the Halloween party, will return as scheduled in February 2021 as the taste of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Don't worry. H2O Glow Nights was also canceled, or as guests call it, what? I don't know what that is. This morning, Disney unveiled a new health and safety campaign ahead of its U.S. theme park reopenings, themed after The Incredibles. The artwork reminds guests to wash their hands, maintain social distancing, check their temperatures, and wear masks. They're going to theme it to Artemis Fowl, but it was determined the campaign would be ignored by the public.
Was that Oz for Artemis Fowl?
There were Oz for Artemis? Yeah, I guess so.
Like, oh.
I mean, people
That's
had
the most
to work
attention
on
it's
that.
ever gotten.
There are some humans who spent years of their lives on that film.
Yeah, it's a shame.
They're the same people who brought you John Carter and the Lone Ranger. Although I will die on that hill for the Lone Ranger. That's a great movie. The online check-in service on My Disney Experience has been updated to include new features and details on housekeeping. The housekeeping will now only include a light cleaning service, such as emptying trash bins, providing fresh linens, replacing bathroom amenities, and replenishing facial tissues, toilet paper, coffee, sugar, cream, and sweeteners. I didn't get any of this before. This would be new to me. This, boy, the worst show. In this house, we make stupid jokes. Disney, same thing, only my manservants laugh too. Disney is testing a new security scanning system ahead of the theme park's reopening next month. Currently, the test is taking place in the Lime Garage of Disney Springs. Yeah, they figured if the test works with the dumbest guest possible, then it will work for anyone. Because you parked in the Lime Garage.
No.
No.
Go Lime.
Go Lime? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Lame? The Lame Garage. The Lame Garage. The manufacturer, not of the garage, but of the security system, Evolve Express, boasts that it is the fastest weapons screening system on the market, consistently screening 60 people every minute for firearms and other threats. That's 3,600 people per hour, or 10 times faster than the loading of any attraction WDI has designed in the last 20 years. Yeah. They then unveiled the T-1000. Super. No one, all right. An employee. Sorry, I've been at Universal for 2 weeks. All I have is Universal jokes now. So next week, get ready for Dudley Do-Right Goes to City Walk. That'll be the commercial next week. An employee at T-Rex Cafe in Disney Springs has reportedly tested positive for COVID-19. That or he had the ribs. Oh, God, you know. Yeah, the employee reportedly worked at the location for 2 weeks while sick. Yeah, this gives the chocolate extinction a whole new meaning.
I don't like this.
Reed just went. He's very upset.
He's very old, so.
Look, Kathy, it's smoking. Look at me. Desert volcano. Walt Disney World. God. Walt Disney World is at odds with the Orange County property appraiser's evaluation of the property, is once again suing them. Property appraiser Rick Singh over what it deemed as excessively high appraisal numbers for 2019. According to the lawsuit, the assessed values for each of the main theme parks at Walt Disney World were Magic Kingdom at $504 million, Disney's Hollywood Studios at $394 million, Disney's Animal Kingdom at $435 million, and Epcot at $7.
7?
Yeah, 7. Yeah, Bob's worried. Shouldn't have knocked all that stuff down. Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn took to Instagram to give his thoughts on the progress on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, calling it utterly mind-blowing. Unfortunately, the rest of his answer was cut off where he finished the sentence with, "How much was cut from the ride?" 12 animatronics. The worst-named construction company in Orlando, Horror Construction, has filed a $1.5 million... What is it?
I said they'll do anything.
That's the name of the company, though, right?
Yeah, they'll do anything.
Yeah.
That's their
They'll do anything for money. Great. So, Horror Construction...
Headquarters on OBT.
Wow. We're going to get a lot of hate mail. Horror Construction, oh, it's already there from Orlando Informer. Horror Construction has filed, I'm going to keep saying this, filed a $1.5 million lien against Disney for unpaid construction costs reportedly for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You know, I got to take Disney's side here, though. I've been on the ride and construction clearly isn't complete. They didn't build any sets. David Maynard, a college basketball player for Colgate University, is suing Disney for injury suffered in 2018 when he was hit by a guest in a scooter at Hollywood Studios. The incident reportedly severed 97% of his ACL, sidelining him for an entire basketball season. The guest in the scooter overheard him saying he really wanted to go to Toy Story Land and was just trying to save him from the disappointment. Yeah. Fun fact, I was actually a really big basketball prospect before I started going to the parks, but then I was hit daily with ECVs. It ruined my whole career. Come on and slay. That was me. I saw Space Jam as a kid. I was inspired to do two things. Play basketball and eat chicken McNuggets. You could see which one won out. The Coca-Cola store. They're delicious. The Coca-Cola store over at Disney. Coca-Cola store at Disney Springs reopened with social distancing, changes to the rooftop bar, and no polar bear meet and greet. Why bother? Gonna throw myself over that balcony without that polar bear. What was that? I'll be a chicken guy sauce. More on that later. Both Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary and Beer Garden at the Germany Pavilion of Epcot are slated to reopen as family-style restaurants. On an unrelated note, the nearby restrooms at both establishments will also be family-style. Disney has announced they'll be in every other stall, though, with social distance. Disney has announced that the popular award-winning Orlando bakery Gideon's Bakehouse is opening a new location at Disney Springs. Nick, you excited?
Oh, I can't wait.
What are you're like really into like their
my
seasonal
favorite.
ones? What are the good ones?
They have like a coffee toffee one that's amazing. A walnut one. Yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah.
Have you had the
They're a
coffee
little
cake
tiny
one?
bake- No, never have.
So that's like a 1 month one, but they're gonna have it every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this little tiny bake shop in like the middle of nowhere behind, like north of downtown Orlando. And it's crazy how much they grown.
It's great. Anticipated to open later this year, Gideon's is best known for its small batch handmade almost half-pound cookies. Meanwhile, Tony's will continue to serve baked goods from Foul Fellows. Disney has informed UK travel agents that they will not be selling 7-day or 14-day passes during the 50th anniversary celebrations in 2021. Disney has not announced when the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World will begin, but as we all know, Disney does everything on time.
Disney does everything on time. Disney does everything on time. Disney does everything on time.
Shanghai Disney. I don't know how to follow that. Shanghai Disneyland originally offered a standby pass for the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but now it's been expanded to other attractions, including the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, and Tron Light Cycle Power Run. Guests have almost universally praised the expansion of the system, and those guests who did not have mysteriously disappeared. New Lego Mickey and Minnie buildable characters are coming for $179.99. These are pretty neat. They're cool. Yeah, now you can basically own the Runaway Railway animatronics, and even at the same price Disney paid for them. They didn't pay, that's right. We just found out. They didn't pay. We got to find out if Garner Holt puts a lien on them. That's when we'll know. Square Enix has released the latest preview for Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, which is set for a 2020 release. The game is a rhythm-based adventure. Yeah, while rhythm-based adventures are not ideal, asking kids to engage in abstinence-based adventures just hasn't been very effective. Star Wars Celebration has announced a full cancellation of its 2020 events. Yeah, not because of COVID-19, just because of Star Wars fans seeing the rise of Skywalker. No, that's the news. No, that movie is terrible.
That's an
Come
opinion.
on.
I agree, but I was sweating it. We had to have one, so it just ended up being the last one.
Read the ad.
WDW News Tonight is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Interglobe Society. Support WDWNT and get early and exclusive access to content that you won't find anywhere else, including exclusive WDW News Tonight and Park Center post shows each and every week, starting at just $2 a month. You can also get extra core bucks to spend in our online store to collect Disney Parks items from around the world and WDWNT exclusive swag. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and help make this show happen through Patreon.
Thank you, Nick. All right, when we come back, Rejected Chicken Guy Sauces. We're going to play the pyramid. We need to put the phone number up, I believe.
Yes,
Call
please.
now, 832-7-WDWNT7. That's 832-7-WDWNT7 if you want to play the pyramid. We'll be back with more tonight. Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, the most famous, or to some, infamous Disney Parks blogger of all time. And now I'm taking on the universe. Universal, that is. After 13 years of covering Walt Disney World, we've moved into the realm of Universal Parks, and people are excited and or publicly hostile about it. I'm ready to share new and updated secrets in my class, Tom Corliss's new and improved guide to blogging, this weekend at the Sapphire Falls Resort Convention Center. In this fantastic course, you'll learn even more tips and tricks to expand your blogging business. Tips like how to fake concept art for website clicks, the best ways to film shows along with literally everyone else in the theater, how to pay your employees for their hard work, paying for your own theme park events instead of your mother and father paying for them and then writing them off as a loss, reuniting the entire creative team behind the greatest fireworks show of all time when the company who made money from the show won't, how to photograph food, how to eat the food, how to not just throw away the food, how to honestly review the food you ate, how to save an audio animatronic singing bear show, how to not steal audio animatronics, how to build a puppet theater, and much more. So come on down to Sapphire Falls, located literally up against I-4, just like the rest of the Universal Orlando Resort, and take my new class for a discounted membership price of just $77. In no time, you'll have your competition promoting petty tweets out of insecurity. I guarantee it.
It's something you hear, but aren't meant to notice. Background music, and it is the work of the unsung hero of theme parks and department stores, background music composers. We sat down with some of the very best in the business and arranged their music and interviews onto must-own 7-CD set.
I was hired to make the background music for Dino Land USA. At first, I wrote a pretty fun theme song for the entire land, but in the end, I opted to make a mixtape of terrible songs from the 2000s, and one song made famous for that Green Ogre movie that Disney didn't even make. I mean, nobody really pays attention to the background music anyways, right?
Composing original music for Grand Avenue and Hollywood Studios was certainly a challenge. When you look at it, the land is really just a leftover facade, a gated barricade and a tap house. But then I saw those toilets and I was inspired by one particularly full one.
Listen to some of the world's greatest composers openly discuss the making of such iconic, or ironic, background music. Mostly because we're so confident that nobody would ever listen to or care about this CD set.
I did all the original music for Tokyo Disney Sea. I won a Grammy and a Juno, and it was top of the Billboard charts, and I even won a BAFTA. What? No, wait, I still have so much more to say. I won a BAFTA.
Each CD comes with over 25 hours of music loops, with an alternate side of commentary by the composers themselves.
What I was really thinking about with this Innovations music is that it has to be something you can poop to.
Order your complete collection now at... What, we're out of business? I thought this was going to save the company. It seemed like such a strong business plan.
Pressing Issues is the spin-off of the WDW News Today podcast segment as a long-form panel discussion in which some of the brightest minds of WDWNT analyze the biggest stories of the week and their impact on the Walt Disney Company, its parks, guests, and cast members. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or afterward on the WDW News Today podcast feed.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. It's time to find out what's happening this week on Disney Plus. What's new this week? Nathan, what can we watch?
Oh, yes. Disney Plus.
This week, Disney Plus, American Legends. Oh. Yeah, those are some legends, all right. Yeah. You know, none of them actually ever happened.
Tall Tales.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, you know, a couple weeks ago, a chicken guy invited us to come out to their Disney Springs location after they reopened. I've been told my mic's better now. That's good. They invited us to come out to their Disney Springs location. They hosted us. We had a great time. I like Chicken Guy. I think it's great for the price. But they told us that in their quest to make these amazing sauces, and they have a lot of them that are really great, there were some that didn't quite make it. There were some they tried out, people didn't really like, and they couldn't. So we asked them, what are these sauces? And they were nice. Just go with it. They were nice enough. They were nice enough to show us the sauces that didn't make it. So these are the rejected Chicken Guy sauces that almost happened. So let's see what could have been, like Hyperion Wharf. We have he's in a toga. We have Burning Rome. It would have tasted like Burning Rome on Spaceship Earth. A little too smoky for people. Boy. Canadian Maple, hella yes. Yeah. Sweet brass railing. So kids, it might be coronavirus, but you could still taste the railings at Disney World through this sauce at the Chicken Guy. Melted water. That might be good. Some people, some people don't like sauces. Paper straw sriracha. So how you make this one is you put the paper straw in the sriracha, and after like 30 seconds, the straw is completely evaporated. And yeah. Stale churro habanero. This would have been exclusive to the Walt Disney World location. Stale churro habanero. Ghost pepper will follow you home. Beware of hitchhiking chicken guys. Also, Tony's frozen marinara. If I may ask, why is it yellow? Might be why. It is Tony's, yeah. Tony's the only place where you order fettuccine and it has red sauce, and then the chicken parm has the white sauce, So there you go. Secret Swiss cheese sauce facility. There you go. I see the Matterhorn there. Secret Swiss cheese sauce. Coral! I don't know, what is that flavored like actual sea coral? Like I don't know. It's pink.
I think it's actually Pepto-Bismol. It's for afterwards.
That's also from Tony's then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may have had Polynesian sauce at Chick-fil-A. Well, they had Polynesian resort sauce. It actually just tasted like mildew. Yeah. There you go. And, oh, man. Last but not least, Bobby C's Heinz Medley. Bob Chapek, a mix of his favorite Heinz products, all in one. Bobby C's Heinz Medley. There you go. Those are the rejected Chicken Guy sauces. Wow. Totally not a... You don't have to clap for that. Let's play the pyramid. Nick, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Because no one else is. Go ahead.
Well, oh, look there. It's gorgeous. All right. Well, I hope everybody in the studio is ready, because the way we decided to play this tonight, we're springing this on you a little bit here. We're gonna let the contestants on the phone pick who in the studio, since we have so many people there. Who do you want to partner with?
Well,
tonight?
none of us have the clues, so that's not good.
Oh, I'll get them to you. I'll get them to you on your mobile devices if you want to play tonight. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think everyone should get their phone at the same time. Everyone's like, oh, okay.
I will slack them to you if you've
Slack
chosen
it to
tonight.
me?
Let's meet our two contestants tonight.
God. All right, Nick.
We have Adam and Tom tonight. Let's add Adam first. Good evening, Adam.
Jumbo.
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 Jumbo. Thanks for playing Pyramid tonight. And then we also have Tom as well. Good evening, Tom.
Hi, everyone. It's Alicia. Tom, if you're watching, can you call back? Because I think you hung up.
I'm already on the show.
Well, okay, Tom. Thanks. Maybe we should just give him a second or two to see if he calls back in. If not, we have two other callers on the line we can get.
All right, we'll give him a second. Let me, we'll go over the rules in the meantime. So we have a bunch of categories to choose from. Each category has 7 items in it. Category name, 7. Category names are vague, but give a clue to the theme of the words in the list. We'll put 60 seconds on the clock, and the contestant must guess the word the WDWNT staff member is giving clues about. The WDWNT staff member cannot use the word in their clues. The contestant or the WDWNT staff member can pass to the next word at any time. If time remains, can come back to that word after getting through the list. At the end of 60 seconds, you'll be awarded a point for each word you correctly guess. And we're going to play 3 rounds with our 2 contestants tonight. So, do we have a second? Do we have Tom back on yet?
I never left.
We don't have Tom back, but we have Ian instead who's going to play. So I'm going to go ahead and put Ian on air right now.
Hello, Ian.
Hello. Hello.
All right, thanks.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah. Hello. Shut up, Axel.
One will suffice. So, Ian, thanks for playing Pyramid with us.
Okay, thanks.
All right, did you do you need me to... Yeah, do you know how the Pyramid is played? Or do you need me to go over the rules again?
I don't exactly know the rules. Sorry if I'm making you delay.
All right. Well, we have a category with some clues in it, and you pick a staff member to play with. They're going to give you clues, and you're going to have to guess the word that they're giving the clues about. And the name of the category will give you kind of a clue to what we're looking for as well.
Sorry. Repeat that again. My mom was calling me. Needed to tell her to wait.
Sure.
Do you own Orlando Informer?
What?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
okay,
we have 6 categories.
My grandma's picking it. My grandma's got it. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Are we disturbing you tonight, Ian, or just okay?
No. My mom called I didn't even know she was calling. So
okay.
Grandma got it.
If we're intruding on your evening, we can let you go.
No.
No?
No, we got it covered.
All right. You'll pick
I'm
up.
sorry.
You'll pick up
I'm
on this
sorry.
easy enough. We're gonna let Adam play the first round. You'll see how it's done. Adam's a
Okay.
pro. All right. So, Adam, what WDWNT staff member would you like to play your first round with? We have Jason and Jill and Tom, and we have two different Erics. We have Axel and Allison.
Wait, which Erics do you have?
The only two.
We have show the Eric. We have Eric and
Wolf and
we have
Morton.
Wolf and Eric. Yeah.
I'll do Eric Wolf because I helped him design a theme park.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So, would you like? So, Adam, would you like to play the category called Mickey Mouth Club or Florida Fresh?
I'll go for Mickey Mouse Club.
Mickey Mouth Club. By the way, Mickey Mouth Club. All right. Anyway, Wolf, I'm gonna send you over your clues.
Sounds good.
All right. High tech stuff going on here. Wait, that's not it.
People said we also have Eric Bana, Eric Stoltz, Eric Idle.
Wow.
Erickson is here. Wow.
Okay.
First clue, heeb-a-doob-a-shoob.
Swedish Chef.
Don't worry, Nick is quickly sending over the clues.
Options
One
to
letter at a
download print and
time.
copy have been disabled. What the heck is going on here?
Oh boy.
Something wrong?
Of course.
Yep, of course.
No.
Nick, are we disturbing you?
Nice.
Got a map fragment. All right, start the map game. We're not ready for this one.
All right, well, we should have the clues.
Give me a second. All right, I got him.
He's got him.
All right. All right, Adam, I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. The clock will start when Wolf starts giving the first clue. This is Mickey Mouth Club. Name these Mickey-shaped edibles. Go ahead, Wolf.
All right. These things come like salted. You can get them also like cinnamon sugar. You can get
pretzels.
Yes.
Yes.
Next one we'll do. Princess and the Frog. Like she makes them. She makes them in the movie.
Beignets.
Yes. There's a lot of them for every single festival. For some reason, they want to just have this dessert, and it's
ice cream
small.
bars.
Well, that's one of them, but that's not the one that I was gonna say.
You can't say that. Keep going.
But they're small. They have icing on top.
Cookies.
No, not cookies. Small, like they're fluffy. Icing on top. Come in like a little
Cupcake.
wrapper. Yes. So the next one, there's
10 seconds.
the Evil Witch. Think of the Evil Witch from.
Apples.
Yes, but what kind of apples?
Caramel apples.
Nope, not those. The other ones.
Candy apples.
Yes. The next one you have them for breakfast. They
That's
have
it?
square.
What's time?
That's it.
Waffles.
Yep. So you got 5 of them, Adam, in the first round under time.
Yeah, Adam.
All right, very good, very good, very good.
5 edibles, probably enough for any person.
All right, so we'll bring Ian back on. Ian, does that make sense for you? See how we play this game?
Yeah, the name confused me. I'm sorry. I mixed it up with something else.
That's all right. It happens. What staff member would you like to play your first round with?
So who do we got?
We got Eric Morton. We got Wolf. We got Tom Corliss. We have Jill. We got Jason. Both Diffendals.
Allison.
Alex
Axel.
and Alex.
What, Alex?
Sorry, Alex.
The one with the beard. That narrows it down.
So what do you think?
Can I go with Tom?
Yeah, you can.
Let me take out my phone.
right.
I'm gonna film
Right,
this. It doesn't matter.
All right, so I'll send you over your category here.
Okay.
So your category.
Well, a message from Nick that's not "I've been arrested." That's all.
Come bail me out. So your category is Florida Fresh, and name these attractions that debuted at Walt Disney World before appearing in other parks. 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
I saved this.
Country Bears?
Yep. You get in a rocket and you go through the stars.
Astro Orbiter?
You're in the right land. Roller coaster.
Space Mountain?
You got it. 3D show starring Donald Duck in Fantasyland.
Filler Magic?
That's right. This replaced the Great Movie Ride.
Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yep. This came after Captain EO. It was at Epcot. It was based on a movie. It's a 3D show.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
You got it. This is Bulldoze now at Epcot. That really narrows it down. You could go see all sorts of exhibits in here. Where's the Fire? Don't Waste It. Stormstruck.
No.
Pass.
How do I know this?
Fantasyland Ride to replace Mr. Toad. What does that mean? Is that time? Okay.
Time.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else.
I was looking for interventions. Interventions.
Yep. All right, both Adam and Ian got 5 to start off the show. Excellent job. All right, Ian, we're going to let you pick a category this time. Would you like cut?
I don't know if that's a category name or Nick just had a stroke. I don't know what just happened.
Cut, or buckle up.
That's me at Epcot on July 15th for sure.
Buckle up.
All right, and do you want to stick with Tom, or do you want to pick another different cast member?
I'm going to go with Eric this time.
Morton or Wolf?
Eric.
The other one. The other one. We lose him?
I'm going to say Morton.
Morton. All right, Eric Morton.
All right.
All right, I'm going to send you over.
Something.
Yep. There we go.
Come on in, Jam. Do we still have Ian?
Ian.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
All right, great. Yeah. So your category is buckle up. Name these rides where you wear seatbelts.
Wear seatbelts.
Hold on a second.
Wear your seat. Yeah, do you got that?
Right, I think I got it now. Yep.
All right, excellent. All right, once you start with 60 seconds on the clock, Eric, once you start talking, we'll start that clock.
All right, this one's a General Motors vehicle attraction.
Test track.
Okay. This one's a George Lucas attraction where you put on 3D glasses.
Star Tours.
All right. This one involves prehistoric creatures in the animal kingdom.
What's it called? Dinosaur.
Yep. All right, this one is in Animal Kingdom, and you get wet on it, and you wait in line for a long time for a pointless ride.
No. Kali River Rapids.
Okay, this one is Harrison Ford dinosaur ride. It's kind of like Dinosaur, but with Harrison Ford character. It's at Disneyland.
Indiana Jones Adventure?
Right, okay, and this one involves cars. It's at DCA. You ride in a car.
Radiator Springs Racers.
And this one, you drop down. Rod Serling hosts it. It's
Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Got it.
Got it.
Good job.
Done right at the time.
Well done.
All right, that's a 7 for Ian here. We'll go back over to Adam. Adam, who do you want to play with this time?
Who can I choose from?
Oh, anybody. You could stay with Wolf if you want. You got Tom and Eric and Axel and Allison, or either Diffendahl. It's crazy.
I'll go for Jason.
Jason, all right.
Oh wait, we got the
Do you
clues
want-
right there.
I could text, I could Slack it, whatever you want, whatever's easier.
Just tell them the category.
Just tell them the category.
Oh, you got it great. Let's see, it's Epcot. It's the third one.
Perfect choice for Jason.
I know it is. So, Adam, this is name these things associated with Epcot's Canada Pavilion. All right, so we'll start the
That's very
clock once Jason.
specific.
Yeah, it's so
very
specific.
Yep.
60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Okay, this is where all the plants are.
The garden.
Yep. This is the name of the movie.
Oh, Canada.
No, it's changed now. The new name.
Oh, Canada's far and wide.
Yep. This is the place where you eat.
The Cellar Steakhouse.
Yep. This is out front. You can get your picture in front of these tall things.
Totem poles.
Yep. This is French fries with gravy.
Poutine.
Yep. This is the guy who hosted O Canada.
Martin Short.
Yep. And this is what everybody likes that's made with moose head. It's a warm appetizer food made with cheddar.
Cheese soup.
Yes.
Yes. There you go. A 7.
Woohoo! Nice going.
We are all tied up going into the third and final round. All right, Adam, we're going to start with you once again. Would you like the category Character Safari or You Spin Me Right Around?
I'm sorry, there was some interference. Could you repeat that?
Sure. Character Safari or You Spin Me Right Round?
I just want to hear you say that again.
Yeah, I know.
I'll go with Character Safari.
All right. Fantastic. We will send that over. Now, who do you want to play with on this round, Adam?
Well, I'll finish it strong with the man himself, Mr. Tom Corliss.
Mr. Tom Corliss. All right. Send this one over to you.
Why are you yelling, come on and jam? That's my theme song now. I thought Savage was my theme song. I don't know.
All right. So this category is Character Safari. Name these characters you can meet and greet at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Tom, do you have the clues?
I don't. Are you supposed to send them?
I did.
No.
Oh, I could try again.
Do you have them? I'm just going to take Jill's computer.
All
All
right.
right, I've got them. Here
All
we
right,
go.
Character Safari. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Monkey from The Lion King.
Rafiki.
From Up, the dog.
Doug.
That's right. Native American woman.
Pocahontas.
That's right.
Yep.
From DuckTales.
Launchpad.
He owns a money bin.
Scrooge.
That's right. Again, from The Lion King, not Pumbaa, but...
Timon.
That's right. DuckTales, the one you said already.
Launchpad.
That's right. And then the Big Cheese.
Mickey Mouse.
That's right. That's
There you
all
go.
of them.
7 for 7. All right, back over to Ian. Ian, your final category is Spin Me Right Round. And what cast member would you like to go with this time?
I'm going to stick with Eric.
Eric, all right. I liked it.
All right.
Let's send you back some more categories.
Speaking of Space
right.
Jam, I actually have it on VHS right here somewhere.
Put it in. We'll have a party. All right. So, will you spin me right round? Name these attractions that spin around in a circle. Eric, do you have the categories? Or the category?
Not yet. Not yet.
I don't know. Why is it not sending? Am I not sending?
Oh, Jill sent it.
It's weird.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Are we
All
ready?
right, there you go.
Are we ready?
We are
Okay.
ready. 60 seconds on the clock. Go ahead.
Come on and slam.
This is in the center of Fantasyland. It has fake horses that go in a circle.
The carousel.
Yeah,
Don't know
That's
what
right. Give it to him. Move
Yeah,
on.
give it to him.
Oh.
All right. This is a pachyderm with big ears that flies.
Dumbo.
Right? Okay. This is a guy with a really tall hat from Alice in Wonderland that likes to drink stuff.
Mad Hatter.
Yep, there we go.
Wait,
and
no,
this
that's not the name of the ride.
Does that not count? Okay. Does that not count?
The teacups.
Name of the ride. Yeah, there you
Alright,
go.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
This replaced Horizons. It's a you spin around in fake zero gravity at Epcot. Gary Sinise.
Mission Space.
All right, there we go. This involves a dinosaur that turns in circles.
Dinorama.
No.
What's it called?
It's a three-horned dinosaur with big ears.
5 seconds.
Oh, Triceratops Spin.
Okay, and this one is the worst ride ever at, and it's at the studios, and it's based on a Toy Story thing that spins around.
That's it. You're out of time.
Alien Swirling Saucer.
Are we done? Or
Time was
can
up.
We do the,
We are
Great Big
done.
Beautiful
Time
Tomorrow?
is up.
We're up.
Great job, Ian. You only fell a couple short of Adam's total there, but you guys were neck and neck the entire way through. So absolutely fantastic job. Adam, you're both going to get some core bucks for playing tonight. Adam, this is your chance to win some extra core bucks. We have one more round for you as we play the winner circle. Who do you want to play the winner circle with?
Let's see. Is there somebody who hasn't gone? Is there a staff member that hasn't gone?
Allison, Axel, Jill.
I'll go with Jill.
Jill, all right. So Jill, you have the questions in front of you for the last one. So, so in this one, wait, yeah, I always forget how this one's said. Yeah. So she's going to give you some clues, and you're going to tell us what that relates to. So it's you know, things you might something.
The general topic that they all
the
fit into.
category. Yeah, there we go. That's a better way of explaining it. That's why we have Jill. She's on the game committee.
Game committee.
All right, so so for this one, we're gonna again put 60 seconds up on the clock. See how many of these you get, and time will start once Jill starts giving the clues. All right, here we go.
I want to get a disability access pass.
Guest services.
Yes. Tomorrow's Child.
Yeah.
Veggie Fruit.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Tomorrow's Child. Veggie Fruit.
Epcot.
What at Epcot though?
Spaceship Earth. Future World.
I'll give that to them. They're songs. Go ahead, move on.
Move along. Do you work for the Resistance?
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Specifically,
A little more specific.
Batu.
Do you know where the Resistance base is?
Kylo Ren.
More general than that. People that work for him.
First Order.
Yes. Haunted Mansion Holiday. Oh, I don't know if I can say
Jack
that.
Skellington.
It's all right. This one's confusing. We're out of time.
That was a rough one.
So we were looking for like things you might say at guest services, songs you hear at Epcot, what a first order officer might say. That's kind of how that category is played. But you got a couple of them, Adam. So we're going to get you some core bucks for that. And we really appreciate you playing the Pyramid with us tonight.
Thanks for having the ace.
Thank you very much.
That's not the theme to Pyramid. Oh, I'm just saying.
All he can do just sits there. Statler and Waldorf's the intro. Tell you what.
You're not even in the room. I don't have to listen to you.
I know. That's why I can talk to you like that.
Oh, we can drop you too. All right, we're
That's
going
true.
to take
I
a
can drop the whole
commercial.
show.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, I don't know, things.
Coming soon to Disney Plus, it's the story of a father and son who just wanted to get some fresh air.
Dad, can we go to Disney Springs? It's open.
A family that just wanted to grab a bite to eat and maybe not take their chances shopping online with Shop Disney with a lowercase s. But going out during a pandemic when your dad is a hypochondriac isn't easy, especially when you're a clownfish.
It's a pandemic, Nemo!
But Dad, I'm so bored, and we'll follow all the rules.
We can go if you keep your mask on!
I promise.
A father who wants his son to be happy, even if he'll spend every moment of the trip in fear of everything.
Nemo, don't touch the railings, Nemo!
I won't. Can we go over there?
Not too far. And wash your fins, Nemo, even the lucky one.
A father who battled an entire ocean to find his son will now try to survive an outdoor mall full of Floridians.
Maskless hillbillies, Nemo! Swim away! Swim away! Oh, I miss when our biggest worry was jellyfish!
Marlin will wish he was back in the safety of a tank after this wild and hilarious adventure.
Dory, where's Nemo?
Fabio? He went to the Blood House.
It's Boathouse! Nemo! Nemo, where are you, son?
Disney Pixar's Socially Distancing Nemo, giving you something to watch between seasons of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
Did you have fun at Disney Springs, son?
Yeah, even if we didn't get anything we wanted because the eBay resellers got them. Oh look, they're testing the monorails. What color is that, Dad?
Coral!
Dreamfinders is WDW News Today's podcast all about the creative culture surrounding Disney parks. Authors, Imagineers, dancers, actors, photographers, filmmakers, and a whole lot more have all stopped by to chat about how Disney has inspired their artistic work.
But I still remember sitting in conference tables and looking across at Michael and Jeffrey Katzenberg and this sort of little 6-year-old inside of me going, what in heaven's name is going on here?
And we're off and running, and Tony needs someone to lay it out for him. And there's no architect available. So the next thing I know, I'm laying out the pavilion.
I got to tell you, I have not enjoyed a podcast so much. It's just a warm conversation, and a warm and intelligent conversation, which you don't find that often in podcasts.
Dreamfinders. Episodes drop every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher.
4 panelists, 30 minutes, 1 week in Disney Parks news. This is Parks Center. On Parks Center, the panel and I cover the top 7...
7?
Yeah, 7 Disney Park stories of the past week. From attraction news to transportation scandals to new food and merchandise, we'll cover it all in 30 minutes or less. You can watch us stream live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. at WDWNtunes.com, watch episodes on demand at YouTube.com/WDWNT, or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. I hope I was unmuted. Who knows? We are live on we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
I know all.
WDW Tunes, all sorts of places. Wherever you're watching, thank you for watching. Let's talk about what's coming up on the show the next couple of weeks. Coming up next week on the show, a new segment called we haven't added anything to this calendar. Coming up next week's show, the Wheel of IPs and Card Parks. Next week on July 2nd, a very special patriotic show, including a patriotic edition of the Family Feud and a brand new segment, Disney Carpool Karaoke. That's starting on July 2nd. On July 8th, we're live on a Wednesday for the anniversary of our website with WDWNT The Match Game, the debut of Disney Deathmatch on News Tonight. Bad ideas for WDWNT shows and great moments in history, but just the Disney management parts. And then our season finale on July 16th. We'll talk about the reopening of Walt Disney World. Brand new game will debut. Bad Orlando Billboards will be back. And as well, a visit from Cornac the Magnificent on July 16th. Do we have a show calendar? Is that a thing? Did we get that yet? I don't even know. Oh, we did. There you go. And don't forget about all our shows each and every week. Pressing Issues, 8 p.m. live on Sundays. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can watch News Today with WDW News Today. Cosmic Read Live is Mondays at 9 p.m. On Tuesdays, either Ride Rehab or Dream Finders will be released in the morning. And I promise, coming soon, Materially Disney. Wednesdays at 9 is Park Center. Thursdays at 9 is the show you're watching right now. On Fridays, you can get Deep in the Plus, and on Saturdays, it's either WDWNT Play or Geekly Kingdom. They alternate each and every week at 5 p.m. So make sure you tune in for all our programming. Also, don't forget about Universal Parks News Today. They have a YouTube channel, and I'm doing a news show over there once a week as well. Nick, who brings us the show each and every week?
WDW News Tonight is brought to you by WDWNT, the app, the official mobile application of WDWNT.com. This app brings you all the latest Disney Parks news, WDWNT shows, including WDW News Tonight, streamed right to your mobile device, park hours, videos, as well as the ability to listen and chat live on the go with this very show and many others. Download the app today for iOS, Android, and Amazon devices by searching for WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com for more info. WDWNT, the app, bringing the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news anywhere you want it.
Thank you, Nick. Do you have some comments for us?
Do I have comments? Yes.
Walt Disney presents
Tom, you posted an article about someone being run over by a scooter. Of course I have comments this week. But we'll get to those in a moment. On the story, Alan Menken now collaborating on songs for upcoming live-action Beauty and the Beast prequel series. Eduardo wrote, "Will LeFou be the conductor?" Pearl Factory permanently closing at Disney Springs. Matthew wrote, "Glad this barbaric business is closing." Bob from Toledo replied, "It's only barbaric if you don't eat the oyster afterward. You, sir, sound like someone who wasted that sweet, briny delicacy and just took the pearl."
Wow.
Castle of Magical Dreams transformation revealed ahead of Hong Kong Disneyland reopening. Impressions to Frank wrote, "Eesh, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof."
Wow.
Tom wrote in, "The word garish doesn't even begin to describe the appearance of this castle. It looks like all the princesses threw up, and this is the result." The article, 2 Walt Disney World cast members arrested for possession of child pornography. Child pornography isn't funny.
This is a fun show. This is a good show.
Let's
this is a
edit
fun
this
show.
out later. I'm sorry. I don't leave it right. Sorry. Than wrote, "Good for Disney taking action, unlike Pornhub."
What? What?
Psychotic, right?
What did you say, Eric?
It's psychotic, right?
Wow. Oh my God. As long as we're your first, I don't care. Man. Although I've been getting some lingerie ads on the front page. I don't know what's going on.
Nice.
No one else getting those? They're real bad.
No one else is getting those.
No, it's not. I talked to several people, and they've gotten the people sent me screenshots. Like, yeah, that's been coming up for me. Anyway,
it's based on your search behavior.
I'm sure. Nick, I don't even want to know what yours looks like.
No,
we're a sexy site. We're a sexy site. This is what happens when you're a sexy site. What can we say?
All right, here we go. College athlete claiming he lost his season after being run over by a scooter is suing Walt Disney World. Ron Patterson wrote, I really dislike scooters. Last time I was in Epcot, I got ran over, almost broke my ankle. People need ID card that shows they are handicapped. Yes. Cinderella wrote,
"Oh no.
I agree with this lawsuit. Disney is supposed to be for everyone, but realistically, if you need a scooter to get around, you're better off choosing another destination."
Like what? Like,
Go to
what?
Wheelchair
Where are you
World.
supposed to go?
The
Like, where are
last thing
places you
Crowded
could go
Park-
and just like sit still? Vegas.
The last thing crowded parks need are scooters. Not to mention, half the people on them appear to have no real reason apart from laziness for using them.
Oh, boy.
Cinderella.
Nick, can we talk about this? Remember we went to Universal?
Yeah.
Nick and I were in line at the Bumblebee Man taco truck, and this entire family had scooters. They just all decided all four of them needed scooters. Some of them were very young. They did not all need scooters. And I just
Probably
got in the
not.
line with Nick, and I go, "Nick, we accidentally got in the drive-through." God. All right, go ahead.
Let's see. Where was I here? DJ wrote, "We've been nearly hit by scooters far more than a few times. I think they're a wonderful mobility option, but unfortunately, a lot of guests get them so they could just speed around the park and feel that because they're disabled, they should have priority access."
Well, I don't think it's disabled people getting them that's the problem. I think it's, I don't know, when I see the like 20-year-old couple that just got them because they want to like have a luxurious vacation, those are the people I think I have the problem with. But
So there's some people on the other side of the argument here. Francis wrote, "I use a scooter and have had people just walk right in front of me, push carriages into my path, just stop with no notice. It's like a bike car. Wait, it's like a bike car. We cannot just stop. I leave room for these instances and people just get in the space. I had one woman scream at me because she backed into me and ended up in my lap." Gail wrote, "As a disabled person with my own scooter, I have seen and personally experienced the invisibility that happens when you're in a scooter or wheelchair. People who are walking near you do not watch where they're going.
don't look.
It's as if they don't see you. We are treated as second-rate citizens."
I can tell you because my mother doesn't need it all the time, but she gets it in case where you have to walk a long distance all at once. She has both of her kneecaps have been surgically replaced at this point. And a couple times I would, like, she just, I'm going to walk and I'll just move the scooter for her from one spot to the other. And people don't. Like, and I'm going at a pretty slow speed and, like, trying to avoid people. And it's like people actively aim at the scooter, too. So I understand the other side of it. So.
All right, two more here. Amber wrote, "There are a lot of bad apples with scooters. I was over by the entrance to Adventureland and it was really crowded. A woman comes barreling through in her rent-a-scooter, laying on the horn with one hand, staring with a cigarette in the other hand, and a 3-year-old on her lap. I don't think the issue is scooters because there are people who need them. I think the problem is that Disney needs to either have some kind of mandatory scooter training or have an ID card to rent them." Mandy, yes, that one, replied, "Picture this. Every day before an ECV is rented, the driver must complete a behind-the-wheel training session with WDWNT's Maria. If they pass, they may rent. I'm assuming Maria will be into this. She's always willing to lend a hand, which..."
Wow. Scooter me Disney. Just rent Maria a scooter, just film her around the park. That should be
I'm sure,
a thing.
I'm sure that won't make anyone mad. Definitely won't make anyone mad.
Oh,
wow.
I'm not allowed to film it, though. It's a technical rehearsal. That guy is the
That's it.
worst. He's the devil. Hey, it's time to expand our vocabulary, everyone. Today's word, lingerie. No, what is it? It's instiality. Events only happen if they can be posted. Are Disney fireworks really happening if you can't post them to social media? There you go. Oh my goodness, a great picture. Instiality. Your vocabulary word of the week. There won't be fireworks. We shouldn't have done that. We got people's hopes. Should have removed that from our splash screen. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the most crowded places at the Disney park. Stick around.
Something has stopped us now. I'll tell you how. We're gonna live on through it. Let's stay inside and spend our time taking things in stride. Good times aren't held at bay. Just stay away from the population and wash your hands to kill off those bacterial strands. Now we're trying to keep a little distance. It's for sure our best resistance to making things a whole lot worse. Come on, kids, let's all go down to the sink. Wash those grubby little hands of yours. 20 seconds. You never know, it might just save a life. Something has stopped us now, but don't you fret, it'll for sure get better. We'll soon be hand in hand, going down to Disneyland. Oh, won't that be so grand, though something has stopped us now. Ah-cha-cha.
Coming this summer to theaters. Maybe. If not, it'll be streaming on something.
All right, you idiots, get in here!
Yes, Mr. Barhammer?
I need a new flesh creatures exhibit for my entirely animatronic staffed theme park, Robo Mountain. So get to Earth and steal me some animals!
Well, where on earth do we get these animals from? How about this place? Animal Kingdom Lodge.
When the animals of Animal Kingdom Lodge are kidnapped.
We animals challenge you animatronics to a game of basketball. If we lose, you can put us in your exhibit.
Well, yeah, but if we win, you have to leave Earth forever.
You giraffes and zebras don't even have hands! You've got 3 days to prepare!
Well, what are we gonna do? We don't know how to play basketball. We're animals, for crying out loud.
We may not know, but all the NBA players staying at our hotel might.
Yes, these seasons moved to Disney World. Now we're traveling with the whole herd. Giraffes will jam, zebras will slay. Welcome to Safari Jam!
Now, the animals and the NBA players staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House will have to pull off the win of the century.
Bill Murray? What are you doing here?
I'm here to train you. Now let's get all you wild party animals to the NBA experience at Disney Springs.
Featuring the voices of the biggest stars in the Savannah. Josh Gad, Idina Menzel, Kristen Bell, Kristen Stewart, Kristen Wiig, Christina Aguilera, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Safari Jam. Running wild this summer on ESPN+.
All right.
Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, the most famous, or to some, infamous Disney Parks blogger of all time. And now I'm taking on the universe. Universal, that is. After 13 years of covering Walt Disney World, we've moved into the realm of Universal Parks, and people are excited and/or publicly hostile about it. I'm ready to share new and updated secrets in my class, Tom Corliss's new and improved guide to blogging, this weekend at the Sapphire Falls Resort Convention Center. In this fantastic course, you'll learn even more tips and tricks to expand your blogging business. Tips like how to fake concept art for website clicks, the best ways to film shows along with literally everyone else in the theater, how to pay your employees for their hard work, paying for your own theme park events instead of your mother and father paying for them and then writing them off as a loss, reuniting the entire creative team behind the greatest fireworks show of all time when the company who made money from the show won't, how to photograph food, how to eat the food, how to not just throw away the food, how to honestly review the food you ate, how to save an audio animatronic singing bear show, how to not steal audio animatronics, how to build a puppet theater, and much more. So come on down to Sapphire Falls, located literally up against I-4, just like the rest of the Universal Orlando Resort, and take my new class for a discounted membership price of just $77. In no time, you'll have your competition promoting petty tweets out of insecurity. I guarantee it. Did you say Space Jam is terrible? How dare you? I love Space Jam. I believe I can fly. You know, Eric is incorrect that Space Jam is terrible, but let's find out the Disney Parks incorrect fact of the week. Incorrect fact of the week. Did you know that a Brer Mermaid animatronic based on Daryl Hannah was cut at the last minute from Splash Mountain? It's a Marty Calt wants changes. Look, a merwoman. It's Brer Rabbit. He's offensive now. Okay. So, obviously, when the Disney parks reopen in a couple of weeks' time, things will be very different. One of those things will be crowding, because parks are going to open with reduced capacity. So I wanted to know, you know, since it's a thing of the past, at least for the time being, what are those crowded spots you're not going to miss? What are those really miserable spots where there's always a bottleneck or always too many people? Just real uncomfortable places in the Disney parks. Let's remember them, because they're going to be gone for a good while. So joining me for the conversation, Nick, Nathan, we have the Diffendals over here. They're the Diffendals. Over there, the two Erics, Morton and Wolf. Allison's over there. And Axel.
As long as Veruca doesn't pay me more, I won't come.
Oh.
I'm still waiting for
I
that
want
check
a
to clear.
Belgian man! Daddy, I need one! A Belgian vlogger! It's the only way I could beat Corlin. Belgian vlogger. Everything's better about them. The chocolate, the beard, everything.
The waffles.
The waffles. Okay, so the most crowded places at the Disney. Who wants to go first? Who has
I got
some?
one.
Who has
I'll go.
one? Someone said they have one.
I have one too.
Jill has.
I do. Oh.
Too bad.
Jill's going first. Ladies first.
It's really hard to know who's actually going first when you're
Oh yeah,
not
maybe
there.
everyone should be in the studio. Jill, go ahead.
Maybe there shouldn't be a pandemic.
Shots fired. Maybe a lot of things. So this was coming into this conversation. My pick was the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, because
Now,
geez, that
do you
place
mean the
gets-
Epcot Food and Wine Festival or the taste of the Epcot Food and Wine Festival?
So it kind of blew my mind when Disney announced the Food and Wine Festival is starting the day Epcot opens, because I kind of feel like from Disney's behavior leading up until this point, Disney is trying to do what they can to deter people from coming to the parks and reduce capacity. So why are you starting the event that draws the most crowds to the park on the day that the parks reopen?
Because you have several thousand pounds of frozen Italy booth food.
You got a 4-month-old beer to sell.
It's just like Bud Light. They're going to relabel it and try to sell it at a booth.
Erase that freshness label.
I would understand all that if Disney was doing other things that made sense because money right now, but I feel like Disney's making a lot of decisions that don't make sense financially right now, like not guaranteeing resort guest park reservations. So they're deterring people from making resort reservations. They're deterring people from traveling from out of state to come here. And yet they're putting on the festival that draws more people to Epcot, so that World Showcase is wall-to-wall people.
Well, those
I
10
don't
people,
understand.
those 10 people that get in really want a $16 margarita from the Mexico booth. So.
That the Blackberry Sangria from
18?
Festival of the
Sorry.
Arts was really good, though.
Only 16. Only
But not
$3
that
an
weird
ounce.
Banana daiquiri thing. That was terrible.
$3 an ounce.
I don't know. I kind of like the reduced capacity food and wine that we'll be able to have, though.
It's only a taste of the food and wine.
It's just a taste.
And I'm comparing this to the idea of what Universal is right now and their reduced capacity, because yes, certain parts of Universal are nice and wide open, but then we tried to walk into Hogsmeade, and the entire walkway from Lost Continent into Hogsmeade was blocked up with people who were either trying to get on Hogwarts Express or trying to get in for their
So one of
virtual
the other
queue
two
time
things at that park that's worth doing.
for
Hagrid's Magical
Hagrid.
Creature Motorbike Adventure.
And so, like, we couldn't, it was almost like we couldn't figure out how to get around people without literally physically touching them to get into Hogsmeade, because there were so many people jammed up at that point because it's a choke
I'm sure there's
point.
a spell that could have been used.
Leviosa. So to me, that's what Food and Wine is going to be, even at reduced capacity, is all of these choke points around the booths and all around World Showcase. And I'm just...
I've reached a lot of choke points at the Italy booth.
Leave Nick out of this.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So that was my choice, was World Showcase during Food and Wine, and so it blows my mind that that is what's happening, is that Food and Wine is coming back on the day that Epcot reopens.
It's like Cher. You think it's finally done, but then it's back.
It's never going to go away.
No.
And I was just going to say, we don't know when Food and Wine is going to end. Like, it's probably going to be,
December 14th.
Which never ends.
Whenever Epcot International Festival of the Holidays starts, Food and Wine will end.
The taste of the festival.
It's going to be the Epcot Food and Wine Taste of the Holidays.
Taste of the Holidays.
Yeah, they're just going to tack holidays onto the front of it. It's going to be an overlay.
I just can't believe they're selling flower and garden merchandise at a different event.
All the other
they're just like,
festivals are just going to be an overlay of the Food and Wine Festival.
they're like,
now.
we're not going to open the outlets yet. You're going to buy this at full price and you're going to like it.
My nomination would be the opening of Hollywood Studios in the morning. Like trying to get a boarding group. That's unsustainable. They're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how they're going to handle that. Maybe
One would assume at 30% capacity, everyone in the park can ride Rise of the Resistance. What if they just
that's
give it to
assuming that it
you?
runs all
What
day.
if they just give it to you with your Hollywood Studios reservation? Wouldn't that be nice?
Wow.
That's what I would do.
Boarding group, yeah.
I mean, it's okay, but you're getting like a fourth of a ride. You're not even getting the full ride because
We
of
don't
all
know
the
for
pre-shows.
sure
I'm
there's
sure
no
are gonna be
pre-shows.
blasted, so.
Hong Kong's running pre-shows. Mystic Manor pre-shows running with spacing. So I don't know that I believe that. I don't know that I believe that.
We shall find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can do the Rise pre-shows with.
They can. Universal chose to skip a lot of them, but I mean,
It depends.
there's several of them they did. Like we did weird socially distant Poseidon's Fury, and it was cool, but it definitely worked. It was low capacity, but it worked.
But like Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror, you're in a pretty confined space.
The Mystic Manor pre-show is just like both of those. It's a confined space. It's dark. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're gonna do it. Anyone?
Well, I have one.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit about Irvine Alley, which is what I was told it was called. I think it was Tom Morris who told me that. I can't remember. But Irvine Alley is named after Dick Irvine, president. I think he planned Magic Kingdom, or was on the master plan. And it's the alley, the pathway between Small World and Peter Pan. Yeah. That's always terrible. It's always been one of the worst areas in all of Magic Kingdom. And I mean, maybe with the lower capacity, it'll be better in general, but it's still like terrible. So I'm curious how they're gonna. There's not really 6 feet there sometimes to make do. So it'll be interesting.
It's funny that you said that because mine was the walkway getting to Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Railroad. Like that just.
Oh, sure. Same.
Just
Yeah.
right there is always.
Well, because you have those two e-ticket entrances like next to each other.
Yeah. And there's two ways to get, like technically 2 ways to get into that area, and both ways are just
They're both
always
narrow.
And then they have that
Right.
like, ice cream little stand no one knows because they're just making a line, and people just stand in the line thinking that it's the line for the ride. Like, it's just horrible.
Well, and you have Big Thunder's exit going there too, so it's Big Thunder both ways when it comes to that one. So.
Yeah.
In the Magic Kingdom, I was going to say Adventureland in between Magic Carpets and Pirates.
Everyone had that, so it's a good one.
Especially because the stroller parking that leaves it just a very narrow place there, and
Well, it's
everybody's
as
getting
if
Dole
the
Whips
carpet
coming out of
ride
the tiki
didn't
room.
belong there.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if you will if it didn't.
You saying it causes problems?
Yeah. It's what happens. You put a ride in the middle of the path. That'll happen.
Also, in Adventureland, the now that they moved the Dole Whips over there, the Aloha Isle, everybody's trying to find some shade and like a place to kind of eat their Dole Whips, and it's not really there's really not too much shade in that directly in that area. So that little like bridge that goes from Adventureland to like right where the Country Bears is, like that little path is very, very narrow.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly seeing people taking their Dole Whips and kind of leaning against the like wooden railings and enjoying that. And you can't get from one land to the other because everybody has their Dole Whips like just standing right there.
Yeah.
It's almost like Magic Kingdom was never meant to house the amount of people that it has, and they never did anything to make it work.
You want to talk about Disneyland?
I was just gonna say, can I
Yeah.
do a Disneyland one?
Yeah.
How about the entrance to Tomorrowland at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Like, how about actually anywhere in between, like the entrance to Tomorrowland all the way to Space
How about
Mountain?
just Disneyland?
Talk about not built for that capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially around fireworks time, the amount of people they have just to direct traffic because, I mean,
it's nuts.
you could just get
Worst.
stuck in a mass of people going the wrong direction and you're just stuck
Well, you
there.
can't even go the direction you want to go.
I can't even think of a quiet part of Disneyland that like isn't a problem.
What's the little place right across from the Haunted Mansion where you can get food and you eat on that little deck?
Oh, Harbor Galley?
Yeah, Harbor Galley. That's a
Yeah.
quiet little place in Disneyland.
No.
That's the only
Now they
place
do
I
like souvenir cups and spoons there, so there's always
forget
people.
it. It used to be a quiet place.
Oh, there's nowhere quiet in that park. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. Tokyo, the paths are 18 times wider, and still there's just people. So they're gonna have interesting problems too.
Animal Kingdom, I would say the entrance going into Asia from like if you're walking from like Africa that way, that's always a pinch point for me. Like if going
Passing the bird
towards
show.
Everest and that way, yeah. That whole area gets really congested. I mean, Animal Kingdom I think has a bunch of different choke points, but like I think that's one of the worst.
I mean, I think the whole show counts sort of, but I think the entrance, especially of Tough to Be a Bug, might be the smallest area possible to fit the people they fit in any of the parks. I mean, height wise and width wise, there's just no space in that at all.
Like,
so the show, the load area,
in the tree,
entrance with it's terrible.
Luckily, no one goes in there, so.
I like that show.
I do too.
Now, I have been to
It's always
the
packed when I'm
Skyliner
there.
Station at Coronado. Or not Coronado.
Coronado.
Caribbean Beach. The Skyliner Station.
Sorry, we
there-
haven't been to Disney
Yeah,
World
I've
in
been there, so I've been
years.
there in a while.
It's been closed for years.
Which one's a horse resort? I can't remember.
Station, I've been there when it's totally crazy.
Oh yeah, because
Really
all those three,
claustrophobic and
that
total
Epcot queue
chaos,
spills
mob
out,
rule.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's one, and then I've been to. There was an area at Disney Springs. I think they fixed it, which was the bridge between Paddlefish and like T-Rex Cafe. They used to have a stage right there, and it would funnel everyone together. I've been stuck on that bridge for 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
Not recently, but.
Talk about being stuck. I think for me, the congested is the toilets next to guest services at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh,
When
yeah?
You walk over, you
Oh,
come
yeah.
from Tony, you're already congested. And everybody has this idea that you need to go to the restroom right there before they leave.
Yeah, it's always bad.
And there's people hanging around, and you just...
Everyone stands in the path,
Yeah.
While they wait for their family to come out.
It's
Those are
it's
the
not
in any Disney park. Several of them have them in that spot, and they're all terrible. At Disneyland, oh my
Epcot
God.
has the same, the restrooms next
Yeah.
to Spaceship Earth. They all need to sit there. They all need to hang
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
And you need to go, but you can't go
Yeah.
because there's the
Another one that's really bad is when the Magic Kingdom is dumping out, and you're trying to get on the ferry.
Yeah.
That whole funnel getting onto the ferry is total free.
And then you've
Monorail.
got people, like,
I
yelling
don't
at you
often
where to
do that,
go
but
Remember the monorail? Just yeah.
But the monorail has sort of a defined queue where the ferry is kind of like, we're gonna open this corral gate and everybody.
As many people get on this boat, get on this boat.
You're like, if you hurt somebody, just apologize and keep moving.
Yeah.
Or getting out of Phantasmic. Ugh.
Yeah, I imagine the Magic Kingdom ferry boat is as close I'm going to get to what my Italian ancestors went through coming to America. Just a boat with people, two people just on top of each other, with everything they own on their backs, just going.
There's just a couple of mice on board saying excited about the new land. Oh, that's Fievel. That's Universal.
There are no cats in America.
There are no cats at the TTC. Oh man. Toy
of course,
Story
the sequel
Land?
they realized. Toy Story Land.
Toy Story Land. Oh, we're gonna build a new land. All right, what are we gonna do? Well, we'll build one narrow path, and then everything's off this one narrow path. But it's the exit of Star Wars. It'll be fine. Yep, narrow.
Get in the shade over there. And wait
Well, because it was a dead end, but it's still terrible.
Everybody's in a 4x4 area of shade.
Someone, Mateo was like, "Oh, they're not opening Woody's lunchbox." So it was like, "Yeah, it only has 2 registers.
Yeah.
That's not really the thing you want to open right now."
That doesn't qualify according to Josh's standards. It only has 2 registers.
It can. There's not enough space to put people. What will we do without tachos?
Can I, here's one of the choke points to me that makes it so frustrating. It makes 0 sense to me. Any Fast Pass return location.
No.
Like, there's
Sorry.
always
Generally
people backed
crossing,
up.
and half the time you're like crossing over the line that's spilling out from the standby queue.
They have no idea how Fast Pass works. I'm actually really interested to see what the parks are going to be like without Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Because normally you have a giant line to get into the Fast Pass line, and it makes no
We've
sense.
seen it though. We went to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
There's like 2 rides with Fast Pass in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
no, I think
so-
it's going to be spectacular.
The vast majority of the rides in the park were not designed, like the rides were built before Fast Pass existed.
Yeah.
So there was no design that included the Fast Pass queues. It was
I
tacked
don't.
on after.
I mean the touch point to get into the Fast Pass.
Yeah, because people just take forever. Yeah.
Right. Either people are too slow, or their time hasn't come.
Yeah.
So they stand 10 feet behind, and it just.
I like Disneyland Paris, where they stand like in the Fast Pass queue, off to the sides, holding their tickets, waiting for the Fast Pass time, and you have to like fight through them to get to the Axel nose.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm waiting. Like, yeah, but your ticket says, like, be here in an hour.
Yeah.
It's like boarding a Delta flight, and
and
you're
then
like,
they-
are you in boarding group F?
Yeah.
Like, why are you standing?
And it's-
Get out of the way.
Sir, they're calling active military.
It's crazy. Then you try to get in, and like, they talk in languages I'm not allowed to say on camera and stuff.
God.
It's the worst.
French? You're not allowed to speak
Yeah,
French.
no, French as
That's
well. It's on
French
there.
as well.
I was surprised that Jason said the Fast Pass. I thought that Jason would be in the age where he known Magic Kingdom without Fast Passes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
well,
the good
and that's
times.
that's why I'm
Were
really
they-
super excited to see.
I don't think the age of without. I think a lot of you have warped perception
No,
of
no.
time. Remember?
too young.
Do you remember? No, I'm not. Do you remember the damn Body Wars line?
You're a
When was
decade
Body
younger.
Wars under 90 minutes? Those
wasn't.
first like 6 years.
I remember standing in the queue of Big Thunder Mountain where it was just switchback upon switchback upon
Yeah.
switchback. Like the queue was full.
That doesn't fix anything. I don't want to ride any of that stuff waiting that long.
No,
Like, that's-
I don't either anymore.
So that's why I think Fast Pass controls people. Like, for me, it's either like, oh, I'm not going to wait, so if I can get this time, well, it controls what I do that day. And
Oh, I'm not saying whether it's a good or bad idea. I'm saying the return system is inefficient.
But like I've seen people on Twitter like dancing in the streets about the end of FastPass, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're in for.
It's not
like you're not going to get anything
no, I mean,
done.
It's going to be great when the park is at 30% capacity.
But then later,
anything more than 50%, you're going to wish FastPass
That's the
was back.
difference.
Absolutely.
FastPass being gone with the park at 30% capacity
It's gonna be like
is
the old
amazing.
days.
It's going to be exactly like the old days.
Yep.
If you had park at modern day pre-COVID capacity with no FastPass, it would be a nightmare.
Because they never built enough stuff. They never expanded the parks at the rate they were supposed to.
But all of the things they built now with FastPass, the queues aren't big enough.
Yeah.
Well, but that's only if your rides are operating at 100%. So now you have to see that with the spaces you need to leave, they're around about 33 to 25%. When they would operate at a full 100%, only 25%, 33 at max, can go on the ride.
Yeah.
So if they take it down, because like let's say they don't hire enough cast members back, if they wind that down and they're only at 50%, and then that 50% has only 25%, you're back in that hour's queue. It won't change.
Yeah, and that could be a gamble they're willing to take because they think everybody's used to waiting an hour in a standby line. So why don't we just keep making them do that if it means we can hire back fewer cast members and spend less money?
Well, the line for Flight of Passage will run through a taste of Epcot.
Runs through
line. They're just priming us for paid FastPass. That's what they're doing.
I mean, I've said this before, whatever, if they would double the price of annual passes, if that would guarantee 50% capacity, I think people would be willing to do it. It's a much more pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in Universal Parks for the past 3 days. It's an extremely pleasant experience at 25% capacity.
Didn't they just double the pass? Didn't they just double the price of an annual pass like over the last 2 years?
Yeah. Well, probably.
It's like. It's already, what, it went from like $500 to $700.
Well, I will tell you, my Premier Passport when it was first introduced was what, $750?
$700.
$700? And now it's what, $2,500? Is that right? 22? 2200.
It's tripled.
Yeah.
And that was since 2005?
No, it was later, 2009.
2009
was the start of it.
It's like 10 years.
In 10 years, tripled.
Tripled.
Yeah. They need a small business loan. Luckily, we're a small business.
I think I'm going to be happy to see like Pandora, like pretty like calm.
Oh yeah.
You'll enjoy the surroundings more than walking into the land and then having a waiting line that's already to your left, and then you come in, you have to your right, and then you see people like crossing over and now stop because the line needs to continue. That will be a more pleasant experience than having all the people around. It will feel more real.
That's the preview month for Pandora is one of my favorite park memories of my life. That whole month of those cast and AP and DVC previews, that was the best.
That's been really nice in Universal, getting to, especially in Harry Potter, which is by far their most heavily themed area, getting to appreciate so much of the nuance and detail of what they've done with it, because there aren't 8,000 people between you and every detail that they've.
You could hear the lady yelling in the bathroom. I don't mean like the guest, the one that's in the speaker.
And so that's everywhere in Disney.
Moaning Myrtle. That's right. I like to say lady in the speaker. I like to pretend I know nothing about Harry Potter still.
This isn't special. I've heard her at Epcot.
Yeah.
You've heard ladies moaning in the bathroom.
What is your experience in the bathrooms? What's happening?
Did they just get out of beer garden? Oh!
I heard that as well. I heard a kid say it in like, make Tom Corliss disappear. Which wand will make Tom Corliss disappear?
Wow.
I want it now.
Trust me, if that wand existed, someone would have had it a long time ago.
Bobby C.
Well, the thing is you have multiple Horcruxes, so it's we're getting there.
Well,
slowly.
movie ride closed, so that was one. I'm running out of them. Yeah. Anyone? Nick hasn't even. Did Nick go? I don't even know. Nick went yet.
I gave a bunch.
to make case.
I have two more.
Allison has a list.
Real quick.
Oh, here we go.
So real quick.
Oh, Nick's gonna go quick.
Well, let me just talk
Go ahead,
about the since the camera's on me. The Starbucks on Main Street.
Oh yeah.
And ever since people really discovered it, it became popular. It's super hard to really find the seat at Nomad Lounge, one of my favorite places, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So those two get very crowded.
It depends when. I was at Nomad in January, and there like half the place was empty.
It does depend when, but if you want to drink in the middle of the day.
Trader Sam's.
Just go alone and sit at the bar like me. You'll find a seat.
Only 8 people can go in Trader Sam's now.
Yeah.
It's very personalized.
Or just you.
You can rent it out by just taking 7.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Allison, what do you got?
So in Epcot, when you go to the refreshment port area, especially in the evening when everybody's kind of either you're leaving or you're coming into World Showcase for the fireworks and or
that
lack
path,
thereof. The restroom that's right by the refreshment port area is atrocious.
Well, what, the old one or the new one? It's gone.
The old one.
The old one was
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when it was 2 stalls.
It was so bad.
It was awful. It's probably the worst bathroom, like inside and out. Like trying to get in there, like the line for that is bad, and then when you go into the bathroom, it's just
whoever
awful
designed
too.
that was a man for sure.
That was where I learned what a companion restroom was, because I think I got food poisoning from Coral Reef, and so I had to use the restroom.
Coral!
And so I went to the bathroom,
What
but
color is this vomit?
the bathroom was full because it's 2 stalls. I was like, oh my god. And then I come out and I see this like companion restroom. So I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm going in it. And that's what happened. Yeah.
Why would you have a bathroom with 2 stalls, like
Yeah.
men, women in general, in such
Yeah.
an intersection?
When there's no other restroom anywhere close.
Like you
Yeah.
gotta like go
Go
all
to
the
UK.
way. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to go all the way out there, like to
Yeah.
find the next one, and especially where the lake is. Like, who thought that this was gonna be fine?
Putting restrooms in every other pavilion.
Yeah.
Marty Sklar did. God rest his soul.
Here's an in memoriam. Here's an in memoriam. The Innoventions bathrooms, or not the Innoventions bathrooms, but before they tore down that area, at least the men's was really, really tiny, and that would have been a terrible area as well.
Which restrooms are you talking about?
Good pooping music.
Not Innoventions. The I'm just blanking. It's the side with Club Cool. I just can't remember the name.
The character spot ones, the ones inside.
Character spot one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone being in those.
Yeah, they were
Super tiny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I thought
They're
of something
small.
that annoys me.
Yeah, they were really small.
AP lines at the front gates. I just hate
They're
them.
always longer?
They're always longer.
Yeah.
No one knows what the heck they're doing, and it's like
Yeah.
if you're an AP, you know what finger you're supposed to be using. Like, come on.
The AP magnet lines are way worse.
Oh, that's true.
What did Josh, Easy Josh said there should be 2 AP lines. One for annual pass holders who remember which finger they used last time, and one for the
I know
rest.
which finger to use as an annual pass.
Are they going to use fingers?
Got one for you.
Not anymore, yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm going to have fingers to use.
Yeah, this is a different.
These 2 to point.
That's better.
It's just going to be real hard for cast members to spit on me from 6 feet away now.
And with a face
With a
shield.
mask on.
With my face shield.
It would just come
It
back.
just comes.
That's
Look
right.
at Tom Corliss. Peter made everything up.
They can curse you out though now though because you can't always hear everything they're saying through the mask.
Sure.
And you can't read their lips either.
I'm not a lip reader. Anyone else have any? Is that it?
Rock and roller coaster.
Yeah.
I can't
the
stand that
courtyard?
little area because
yeah.
people sometimes don't know that it just
yeah.
ends. Like at least now there's that like Lightning McQueen show or whatever. But before it just like
Lightning McQueen show
So good.
or whatever.
Yeah. That show.
Lightning.
I choose
McQueen.
You'll take whatever.
It's like the first time I've heard Wolf say he doesn't like something. It's refreshing.
I like it.
See, now he's going
I like
back.
the show.
He's taking it back.
No.
You called him out. He's taking it back.
No. I like the show. It's just
whatever.
Yeah.
The animatronic is
The
excellent.
I like the
animatronic's
show,
cool.
but
just like whatever.
No, it's terrible.
We don't need it.
They build an excellent animatronic and you stare
For
at its
something
rear
that we
end
don't
for most
need,
of the
like-
show.
Yeah.
If we look back, like they canceled Mickey's Not So Scary. Will they have a wine and dine half marathon? I don't think so.
No.
So that will be one that, for me,
It's virtual,
mostly
still
it's like-
same price.
Yeah, but it was a busy
still can't
weekend.
get into it
either.
And that was the weekend where we usually were here, and it's like, I'm not gonna miss those crowds.
No, I know people love the runs, and I understand why they love the runs. I will tell you, as someone who doesn't run and is just trying to get to the park, it's a tremendous headache. Like those road closures. Like I always see those families who came on vacation and didn't know that there was like a run, and they just look like they took an hour to get to the park because the roads were closed, and they don't know what's going on, and they can't get across Epcot because there's a running path down the middle of it. I just feel bad for those people.
Is it really as bad as the people that don't know they booked during Jersey Week?
I would rather be during Jersey Week than wake up at like 7 a.m. to go to a
Pop
park,
Warner.
and it's going to take an hour and a half to get there because the road you need to get on is closed.
The worst part about Pop Warner is flying in and out of MCO during Pop Warner.
Yeah. Won't miss that. Hopefully Pop Warner's gone for a while. Oh.
And then, like, in general, like, especially Magic Kingdom, crowds after Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Happily is the worst, and then Phantasmic is like right behind that.
Phantasmic's worse.
Phantasmic's bad because you have to go such a long distance.
Yeah.
You have to go the distance.
Going into Phantasmic is almost worse than getting out of it. Yeah.
I just remember we did Phantasmic in January, and it felt like it took an hour to get from our seat, and they shoved us all the way on the far end of the stadium, and so it felt like it took an hour to get from our seats outside of the park.
But if you're on the
You just
far
kept
end,
going, you just kept walking.
on the far end, you could see them throw the sheet over Ariel, though.
Yeah.
Those are good Those are good seats, and they just fantastic. It's just
Duck and cover.
Yeah. Is that it? We're early, guys. We got 5 minutes left.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
This can't happen.
Okay, so one extra.
Okay.
Every, like, doesn't matter the park, every security check,
God.
back check, like
Epcot was the worst for a long
If there is.
time.
it's pretty terrible, and like I'm surprised. We'll see what's going to happen in Animal Kingdom, because that's the park that's on my list to be the first one I enter again. And
Yeah.
especially if we saw the satellite pictures. I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna put like the new system in? Are they just still gonna check with the little stick? I don't know.
I don't know.
From Home Depot?
Yeah.
What's from Home Depot?
A little dowel from Home Depot.
Oh, a Home Depot dowel.
Got a bunch of those free paint stirrer sticks, and that's what they use.
Yep. Be the security guy. Just be there. Like,
Said
in the
before,
parks today.
Yeah, now instead of
it's that time of the
now
month. Hey.
instead of squeezing women's tampons, they just hit them with sticks. Ma'am, what is this? What is this thing? What is
this a selfie stick?
What is this? Ma'am, what is in this? Is this a big pill?
Wow. Wow.
The one security guy that gets it. I'm sorry
Ma'am.
for you, sir. I'm sorry.
Ma'am, are these oddly shaped marshmallows for s'mores?
Are
if you
you
were
bringing a
security-
charcoal grill?
Is that a charcoal? Is that a hot dog
I
grill?
gotta check your tampons, but you can bring that charcoal grill right on into the park. It's totally fine.
I wonder if that what is that Evolve? That
Yeah.
the security system. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's. They say it's set to detect firearms.
Weapons.
Is it set up to detect charcoal grills? That would really be the question.
If it's lit, it could be considered
I
a
mean, that
weapon.
machine will know if something doesn't look kosher.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow.
I'd like to apologize to our Jewish audience this evening. Wow.
But I mean, that could have happened. Like that can still happen today. There's no security.
The charcoal grill incident?
Why not? There's no security at Disney Springs.
If they're smart, they split up the grilling accoutrement amongst several family members. So one person has the tinfoil tray, another person has the charcoal, another person has the matches.
Guys, what you gotta do.
Split it
Jill's
up.
got it all figured out.
No.
Good.
You're doing it all wrong. You don't even have to bring that much stuff. You just wait till it's like a day over 96, and you find a manhole cover, and you get the Jiffy Pop, and you just put it on the manhole cover.
Go to Toy Story Land. There's no shade. Whip out your hot dogs.
You just have to carry it.
God.
It starts popping in the person's bag. It's so hot.
I mean, you could also bring the
They think it's
magnifying
gunshots.
glass.
Everybody hits the ground.
Just put the magnifying glass and aim the sunbeam onto the hot dog, and it'll cook it right up.
I mean, hot dogs don't need to be cooked. It's already cooked meat.
Oh.
You can eat cold hot
Oh, no.
I don't,
Have
I'm
you
not saying
eaten
you
a
want
cold
to.
hot dog?
No, I'm not saying you want to. I'm
Oh.
just saying they are cooked. You're not going to get food poisoning or eat raw meat by eating
I mean,
a
it's
cold
going to
hot
be
dog.
cold again by the time I get it from Casey's anyway, so. It's
Now
at
you're
its-
just spoiled by Hot Dog Hall of Fame.
I still haven't been. I don't know if I want to go.
He
Don't
waited
know.
for an hour once for a hot dog. That will.
It
won't
is.
happen
That's right. At
twice.
Volcano Bay, I waited. No, Volcano Bay, I waited an hour
Why?
for a hot dog. Well,
There is
they were
no
swamped.
hot dog worth an hour.
I didn't know it was going to take an hour.
What place
It was
that
mobile
the,
order.
Was that the place?
Waka YY Eats or whatever the
I
hell.
tried to mobile order from there today,
Yeah.
and it said, sorry, this place is closed, but it's open and there's people in line.
Yeah, that's because they don't want what happened to me.
Probably.
I was one of 20 people complaining that it had been an hour and they still
Yeah.
didn't have their food. But anyway.
I tried to mobile order from somewhere else, and then it said, sorry, you must be in Volcano Bay to mobile order.
Yeah. Mom told me that.
Like I'm standing in the middle of the restaurant.
No.
I now know that whenever we complain about MDX sucking, it's not like Universal's app is any better.
No, it's not, but less of your day is connected to it, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why it should suck less, and it doesn't.
I don't know, I've had good experiences. There's some wacky stuff in there too, but I don't know. All right, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to end the show on time. If you're a Wigs member, we have a post show for you. And remember, kids, as the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Siva Ko, which means rise to the challenge. Good night.